morning, good afternoon, good evening, Jar of Marble dwellers and Jar of Marble curious. My name is Linda and this is Jar of Marble.
And I am Bob. I am Bob.
It's good to see you, Bob.
It's always good to see me.
It is. You are just wonderful.
Thank you.
Today, I'd like to talk a little bit about chance encounters. Sometimes life doesn't shift with a plan or a decision, but with something far quieter, a moment you almost miss. A delayed train, a wrong turn, a seat taken at the last minute.
Oh, it's so romantical.
Chance encounters don't announce themselves as important. They can arrive dressed as inconvenience, a pleasant surprise, or coincidence.
Yeah, I say, don't be so hard on yourself. The mum in E.T. had an alien living her house for days and she didn't even notice.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's right. Take it easy on yourself there, yeah.
So you sit next to someone because there's nowhere else to go, and the conversation begins not because it must, but because it can.
Those lovely moments that arrive, yeah, nice.
You say something ordinary, they respond in a way that isn't, and suddenly the moment stretches.
Stretches, you say. There's no need to repeat yourself. I ignored you. I'll say it again. There's no need to repeat yourself. I ignored you just fine the first time.
Oh, Bob.
Yes?
Oh, nothing. So what makes these encounters powerful isn't just who you meet, but who you are when you meet them.
Oh, yeah, right.
Timing folds into personality, circumstances brushes against vulnerability, and something subtle shifts. A new idea takes root, a belief loosens. A door you didn't know existed opens just enough for light to get in.
Hey, when my wife is mad at me, I tighten all the lids in the house so she has to talk to me, yeah.
Genius.
Yeah, I know. I know what works.
So often you don't notice the impact right away. Life continues seemingly unchanged. But later you trace something back, a career path, a relationship, a move to a different city, and it leads to that moment, that person, that conversation you almost didn't have.
Aging is like a garage sale. Some stuff looks old, some stuff doesn't work, and some stuff you just can't identify, yeah.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, I am.
So chance encounters rewrite trajectories in quiet ink. They remind us that control is only a part of the story. We plan, we strive, we map things out, but the unexpected has its own kind of authorship.
Yeah, it does.
So it interrupts the narrative we thought we were writing and offers a different draft, one shaped by randomness and connection.
Hey, sometimes there's just not enough coffee or middle fingers to make it through the day, yeah.
I hear you, Bob.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So there's something both unsettling and comforting about randomness. Unsettling because it means so much is out of our hands. Comforting because it means possibility is everywhere.
Yeah, there is, yeah.
Every stranger is a potential turning point. Every ordinary day holds the architecture of something life-altering.
I only had 3 goals for work this week. Don't swear, don't be sarcastic, and don't get fired. But on the bright side, at least I didn't get fired.
That's right, always look on the bright side.
Yeah, I do.
So maybe that's why some people choose curiosity over routine, openness over certainty.
Yeah.
And not because they expect every moment to matter, but because they know some will, and there's no way to predict which ones. A glance, a question, a shared laugh.
If I ever say I'll let you know, it's the equivalent of your mum saying we'll see, so you just go ahead and enjoy your day. I'm not coming.
I know this about you.
Yeah, that's right. Good. Don't let anyone down, that's right.
And then without ceremony, your life bends, just slightly at first, then all at once, toward a direction you never planned, but somehow needed. And one evening, we've got a little story here.
Oh, I love a story, yeah.
Well, we've actually talked about this, but this before the subject, but probably coming from a different angle. An evening in 1928, a young and relatively unknown scientist named Alexander Fleming returned to his laboratory after a holiday.
Oh, yeah, story time. All right, give it to me. Yeah, I'm comfy. Come on.
He had left in a hurry and his workspace was cluttered with petri dishes filled with bacteria, and normally this would have been considered careless, but something any disciplined scientist would sort of avoid.
Yeah, I know this one, yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, you would, being the scientist that you are.
That's right.
But that small act of untidiness led to one of the most important chance encounters in history. Hashtag chance encounters. So as Fleming began cleaning up, he noticed something unusual. One of the dishes had been contaminated by a strange mould, and at first glance it looked like a mistake, ruined work. But when he looked closer, he saw that the bacteria around the mould had been destroyed. Something in that mould was killing the germs.
There really should be an app for social anxiety that tells you Kmart will be moderately busy with a strong chance of seeing someone you know.
All right. You work on that.
Yeah, righto, yeah.
So instead of throwing it away, Fleming grew curious. He studied the mould and discovered it produced a substance capable of fighting bacterial infections, and that substance would later be named
Penicillin!
So this accidental discovery revolutionised medicine. Before penicillin, minor infections could be deadly, and after it, millions of lives were saved and modern antibiotics were born.
Grandma once said, sometimes you have to hug people you don't like so you know how big to dig the hole in your backyard. Yeah.
Well, once I became a parent, I finally understood the scene where Yoda gets so tired of answering Luke's questions, he just dies. So Fleming's story is a powerful reminder that life-changing moments, chance encounters, don't always come from careful planning. Sometimes they come from accidents.
Chance encounters even.
Yes, well, I think that's what I said.
Yeah, but I wanted to say it.
Okay. So sometimes they come from paying attention when others might look away and from seeing possibility where others see failure. So a forgotten petri dish became a turning point, not just for one man, but for the entire world.
I just want you to know that if we were both birds, I would still want to be your friend so we could poop on people together.
Oh, Bob, you're so sweet.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
So history isn't just shaped by grand plans. Sometimes it pivots on pure coincidence, and here are well-documented chance encounters that genuinely changed the course of the world. Albert Einstein indirectly meets Leo Szilard. The atomic age begins. Szilard, worried about Nazi Germany, happened to reconnect with Einstein in 1939.
There's your chance encounter, yeah?
Yeah. Their discussion led to the Einstein-Szilard letter to the US President Franklin D. Roosevelt, which helped kickstart the Manhattan Project and the development of nuclear weapons.
Well, fair dinkum. Can I say thank you for accepting me for who I am and not calling the authorities?
Oh, that's all right. My supreme pleasure.
Yeah.
Hashtag chance encounters. How's about Gavrilo Princip and a wrong turn?
Well, I like the sound. Is this a story? Am I getting excited about a story?
Well, you might. In 1914, after a failed assassination attempt, Princip randomly encountered Archduke Franz Ferdinand, where the driver took a wrong turn and stalled near him. Princip seized the moment, assassinated him, and triggered World War I.
Well, that's a chance encounter, all right. I'm not antisocial. I just think interacting with certain people is just totally unnecessary. No?
No. Christopher Columbus discovers the Americas by accident.
Hey, have you ever looked at someone and thought, yep, you have a person locked in your basement?
Interesting. Columbus set out to find a western route to Asia, but instead stumbled upon the Caribbean in 1492. This unintended encounter between Europe and the Americas reshaped global history, trade and cultures.
I mean, like, wow.
Steve Jobs meets Steve Wozniak.
Oh, yeah, this is great, yeah.
The two met through a mutual friend in the 1970s, and that casual introduction led to the founding of Apple Incorporated, which transformed personal computing, phones and digital culture.
And that's quite the story.
I wonder what part of my brain
that used to store people's telephone numbers is doing nowadays.
We did that together.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
So how about when Johannes Gutenberg borrowed money from Johann Fust? Gutenberg's meeting with Fust enabled funding for the printing press. This partnership made mass printing possible, fueling literacy, the reformation and the spread of knowledge across Europe.
Hey, when you meet someone and you know from the first moment that you want to spend your entire life without them. You thought I was going to say something else.
Yeah, I did wonder. Yes. And then there's Rosalind Franklin's data reaches James Watson and Francis Crick.
Now this sounds great.
Franklin's X-ray diffraction images were shown without her full consent to Watson and Crick. That chance access helped them to deduce DNA's double helix structure, transforming biology and medicine.
Now that's awesome. Another chance encounter situation. I love it.
Then there's Hernan Cortez, who meets Moctezuma II.
You did?
Yeah, their initial meeting in 1519 set off a chain of misunderstandings and alliances that led to the fall of the Aztec Empire and massive shifts in the Americas.
These are big stories, but I'm hearing your point. I'm going to the imaginary world I created as a coping mechanism. Does anybody want anything?
I know, you go and enjoy.
I will. Thank you.
Stanislav Petrov prevents nuclear war. In 1983, Petrov judged a Soviet early warning system alert as a false alarm instead of reporting it as a US attack. His decision, made under uncertainty, lightly prevented a nuclear retaliation.
Hey, for those that's wondering if I'm spiritual, intellectual, bougie, professional, ghetto, I'm kind of mixed.
We know.
You do? Yeah. All right then.
These moments weren't planned. They hinged on coincidence, timing, and human decisions and unpredictable situations.
They say when you snooze, you lose. I say when you're having to take a nap, you're happy.
I like that one.
Yeah, thought you would. Yeah.
Now, as some of my listeners know, my husband died not long ago, and grief takes you on journeys within journeys while navigating life. I had been desperate to know if he was around me, and I asked for a sign, something that would stand out to me, something that was pertinent to him and I.
A chance encounter?
Well, yeah, kind of. A series of events had to transpire for me to see the sign. I'd been minding my grandson, and we were driving home back to my home, and I pulled over at the shops because my grandson and myself, we love to go shopping together. He gets to choose what he wants, and it's fun. But on this day, when I stopped the car, my grandson said, "I don't want to go shopping today." I went, okay. So we left and we drove a different way to get back onto our route back home. And as I was waiting for the cars to clear, I pushed on and noticed I was driving behind a car that I owned before my current car. Now, why that was interesting was because my husband used to ask me quite regularly if I'd seen my old car, out there on the road, and I never had. And I did quite a bit of driving. So here I was driving behind it and realised I'd had my sign, one that meant something to me. Had my grandson wanted to go shopping, as he always does, we would never have crossed paths.
Oh, well.
Yeah, there's a unique magic to chance encounters. They disrupt the ordinary.
Boy, do they.
They can inject a jolt of the unexpected into the predictable rhythm of life and often leave behind a resonance that lingers long after the moment, has passed.
Today's to-do list. Bark up the wrong tree, put all my eggs in one basket, judge a book by its cover, rock the boat, and add fuel to the fire.
Sounds right up your alley there.
Yeah, great goals. Yeah.
It's the thrill of the unknown, the brief, exhilarating suspension of what we expect, replaced by a momentary dance with serendipity.
Instant coffee was invented in 1901 and it's been disappointing people ever since. Yeah.
So think of the unexpected conversation on a long train journey that sparks a new idea, or the accidentally bump in with an old friend that rekindles a forgotten connection.
Nice, nice.
These aren't planned events. They're gifts from the universe of randomness. There's no pressure, no preconceived notions, just pure, unadulterated interaction unfolding in real time.
Ho, 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 ho. I've always wondered if songbirds get mad at hummingbirds for not knowing the words.
And that's funny.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So randomness can strip away our usual social facades, leading to more authentic and often more memorable exchanges.
Yeah, right.
The beauty of a chance encounter also lies in its potential. A fleeting interaction could lead to a lifelong friendship, a career opportunity, a romantic partnership, or maybe just a shift in perspective.
I like it, eating tomato soup while wearing a white shirt. Yes, folks, I like to live dangerously. Dangerously.
I hear you, Bob.
Yeah, I know.
Each one is a tiny ripple in the fabric of our lives, demonstrating that sometimes the most profound moments arrive not by careful orchestration, but by simply being open to the unplanned.
Hold my halo, I'm about to do to others as they have done to me.
Excellent! I would like to have a front row seat.
There you go. Yep.
It reminds us that even in a world often dominated by schedules and algorithms, there's still ample room for delightful accidents. Every person we have ever met may have begun as nothing more than a coincidence, a delayed train, a shared classroom, a wrong turn, a random message, a seat beside ours in a crowded room, and yet somehow these accidental encounters become the architecture of our lives.
Hello, Kettle, this is Pot. Just called to say that I think you're black.
Some people arrive quietly like passing seasons, others enter like storms, altering the landscape of who we are forever.
So I was saying to my wife that some people talk so much crap it's hard to know whether to hand them toilet paper or a breath mint.
Yes.
Yes. Right.
There are those who stay for years.
Yeah, they do.
And those who leave after a single conversation yet still remain etched into our memory with impossible clarity. It is strange to think that before we met them, our worlds existed completely apart, separate stories, moving unknowingly toward the same page.
Can't stop your dogs from barking but by yelling at them. They're just like, hell yes, we're all yelling now, this is great, let's keep this shit up.
So perhaps that is what makes human connection so beautiful. It's unpredictability.
Yeah, I like that.
No one truly knows which stranger will become a best friend, which brief encounter will become love, or which ordinary afternoon will later feel sacred in hindsight.
I'm glad that we met later in life. I don't think my mother would have let me play with you.
Mine either. A person we once passed without notice may eventually hold our deepest secrets, shape our choices, or teach us how to survive difficult seasons of life. Even the people who hurt us leave behind colour, darker shades perhaps, but still part of the painting.
I've been farting anywhere lately. I just don't care anymore.
Well, thank you for that.
So I just thought I'd tell you.
Well, I know. And what would life be without these colours? Some people bring warmth, painting our days in gold and amber. Some arrive with softness, like a pale blue sky after rain.
I've gotten out of bed 365 days a year for like 40 years. That is 14,600 sit-ups and not one ab to shave for it. Yeah.
It's an interesting way to look at it.
Yeah, I did my calculations.
I know. Others challenge us, forcing us to grow in uncomfortable but necessary ways. Together they create the full spectrum of our existence. Without them, life would be unbearably monochrome, a blank canvas untouched by memory, laughter, heartbreak or love.
Once you're able to find humour in life situations, you're either reached enlightenment or you're just a little bit unhinged.
A little bit of both, I'd like to say.
They? Yeah, they.
Our gang likes to call ourselves friends on the fringe.
We do?
We do. It's comforting to imagine that the universe is constantly weaving lives together in invisible ways, that every hello carries a possibility of transformation, that even fleeting connections matter.
Of all the shite in the world, one does wonder who decided that batshit was the craziest, yeah?
Quite the thought.
Yeah, I know, I was thinking about it. Yeah.
We are, after all, collections of everyone we have loved, lost, admired, forgiven and remembered. Maybe none of our encounters are truly random.
Do you say accountants?
No, encounters. Maybe I did say that, don't know, but anyway. Or maybe they are, and that is what makes them miraculous. Chance encounters are often described as accidents, a wrong turn that opens onto an unfamiliar street, being delayed by external events, can't find your keys, a stranger whose words stay with us longer than those of people we've known for years. Hashtag chance encounters. We tend to frame these moments romantically or dramatically, as if they exist only to alter destiny in obvious ways.
I've stopped pretending I'm not a hot mess. I'm just like the full package. Loose screws, slightly unhinged, bad attitude, not particularly sorry about it.
Oh, we know, Bob.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
But there is another side to chance encounters.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, they remind us that life is far larger, stranger, and more interconnected than the routines we build around ourselves.
Oh, yeah, I like that, yeah.
Most days, people move through life with a fixed script. We wake up, we repeat habits, revisit familiar thoughts, and surround ourselves with what we already know.
I threw my back out from yawning and cut my tongue licking the frosting of a cake knife. But yeah, sure, put me down as your emergency contact.
Routine gives stability, but it can also narrow perception. Chance encounters interrupt that narrowing.
Ooh, I like it.
They arrive without permission and without explanation. A brief interaction with someone unexpected can challenge assumptions we did not even realise we carried.
I don't know why I don't buy more panadas. Like right now, I'd love to beat the crap out of something and then eat a bunch of candy. Yeah, that's what I'd like to do. And some cake. Yeah.
Suddenly, another world, another perspective, grief, joy, ambition, culture or memory brushes against our own.
Nice, yeah.
What makes these encounters powerful is not always the outcome.
Yeah?
Sometimes nothing important happens afterward. You may never see that person again, yet the moment lingers because it exposes possibility.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, spark a memory there. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Or two, yeah. It reminds us that every person carries an invisible universe and every ordinary day contains hidden doors we almost never notice.
An applause?
Absolutely.
I like that.
Me too. Okay, so this is why Chance Encounters asks us to look at life with curiosity rather than certainty.
I'm not the bigger person. I will slash the tyres on your wheelchair.
Bob.
I will.
Curiosity keeps us open to interruption.
Yeah, it does.
It allows us to treat strangers not as background figures but as stories unfolding beside us.
My whole life I never read a warning label telling me not to eat laundry liquid or put glue in my hair. Somehow I just knew.
Somehow we survived.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
A curious mind notices details, the hesitation in someone's voice, the coincidence of shared experiences, the unexpected beauty of a fleeting exchange.
Yeah.
It resists the temptation to believe we already understand everything around us.
Nice. Refreshing even.
Yeah. There's also humility in chance encounters. They reveal how little control we truly have over the forces. So, curiosity becomes a response to this uncertainty. Instead of fearing the unknown, we begin to see it as a source of discovery. In a world increasingly driven by algorithms and predictability, chance encounters feel almost rebellious.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but even if a bear wears socks and shoes, he still has bare feet.
So beneficial.
Yeah, I know. Wanted to let you know, yeah.
So curiosity turns life from a straight line into something textured.
Some folks remind me of old TV sets. You have to hit them a few times before they get the picture, yeah?
Yeah. So perhaps that is the deeper meaning behind these moments. Not that fate is secretly controlling everything, but that life is constantly offering invitations to pay attention.
Pay attention, for heaven's sakes!
Chance encounters remind us that wonder still exists in ordinary places. They encourage us to remain porous to experience, to believe that even a small moment can widen the way we see the world.
I sleep better naked. Why can't the flight attendant understand this?
So unreasonable.
I know, right? Yeah.
To live with curiosity through the lens of chance encounters is to accept the meaning does not always arrive through grand events.
Well, yeah, right.
Sometimes it appears quietly, sitting beside us on the bus, as I say, asking for directions, sharing a story for 5 minutes before disappearing forever. And that's us for another week.
No, I'm not ready. Yeah, all right, I know the drill. But for all you out there, I don't care if you lick windows. No, I really don't. Run into walls or occasionally pee yourself. You hang in there, sunshine. You're heckin' special.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us this week. It's a thrill, an honour and a pleasure.
Yeah, what she said.
So, say good day to the family for me. Get the pig a poke. And we'll see you next time, okay? Okay then. Bye.
Bye!